Hey, this is Teddy Burris, your Google Workspace and Gmail strategist, and this is an interesting question. Can you have multiple Google Forms feed into the same Google Sheet? And I'm going to show you what you can do and how to do it in this video. But before I do this, would you do me a favor and do yourself a favor? Hit that subscribe and notify button because I create these videos just for you. Okay, so you can see I have a couple different forms in here. I have a peanut orders and I have a walnut orders form. And you can also see there's a sheet called nut orders. Now, if I look at peanut orders, you can see I have 10 responses. And if I go there and I click on this icon right here, view responses in sheets, because I put them in sheets, it brings up this sheet called nut orders and it takes me to the internal sheet called peanut orders. Now check this out. So let's open the walnut order form and you can see I have one response there. Now if I click on that response, I go to the sheet, because remember I connected to the sheet, and click on that, look what it opens up. Nut orders, the same as over here, nut orders, but it brings me to the internal sheet for walnut responses. So both of these forms, the walnut order form and the peanut order form, both go to the Google spreadsheet, nut orders, but they go into different internal sheets. Now, how did I do that? Let me show you what I did. I'm gonna create another one just to show you another example. So let's use the carrots. Let's rename this, not call it carrots. Let's call it pecans. So let's call it pecans and pecan survey. And do you eat pecans? And that's all I have there. So I've got a brand new Google form. It's all about pecans, and it's never been used. So I go to responses, 0 responses. But you see the sheet over here, create spreadsheet. But when I click on that, it says I want to create a new sheet or use an existing one. So let's use an existing one. Let's hit select. I wonder what sheet should we use? Let's use the nut orders and select. Now look here, pecans goes nut orders and it's called form response 5, but check this out. I can hit the down arrow and I can hit rename and I call it pecans. Now I can go over here to pecans and let's go view it. Let's fill this out. Do you eat pecans? Yes. And my name is Teddy, the pecan lover. And submit. Now go to nut orders. I'm on the pecan tab. I just put that in there. And there's the walnut tab with the walnut submissions. And there's the peanut tab with the peanut submission. This is a great way to use Google Forms. So the answer to the question is yes. You can have multiple Google Forms go to an individual Google Sheet. It will go to a separate sheet for each Google form, and might be a great way to collect disparate but yet similar data that you're collecting for specific purposes. Example, peanut orders, pecan orders, and walnut orders. Fabulous way to do it. Recommend you experiment with it. I'm Teddy Burris, your Google Workspace and Gmail strategist, trainer, and coach, and I hope this is helpful for you.